Biden campaign has started a TikTok account, even though you're not allowed to use the platform on a government phone. The struggling president is trying to reignite his campaign using highly stage-managed viral videos.
Chiefs or Niners?
Two great quarterbacks, hard to decide. But if I didn't say I was for the Eagles, then I'd be sleeping alone. My wife's a Philly girl.
Game or commercials?
Game.
Game or halftime show?
Game.
Jason Kelce or Travis Kelce?
Mama Kelce. I understand she makes great chocolate chip cookies.
Deviously plotting to rig the season so the Chiefs would make the Super Bowl, or the Chiefs just being a good football team?
I'd get in trouble if I told you.
Trump or Biden?
Are you kidding? Biden.
Ugh, cringe. One comment under this video says, 10 hours edited down to 26 seconds. In another video, Biden makes a half-hearted joke about his difficulties dealing with the press.
What are you giving up for Lent?
President Biden, do you have any comments?
No.
President Biden.
It's not the first time that Biden's long-suffering social media team have tried to make him into an online star. The Biden campaign have been trying to construct his Dark Brandon alter ego for some time now. The strange, laser-eyed Biden is his team's way to poke fun at deep state and QAnon conspiracy theories, such as the strange one that Taylor Swift is helping to keep him in the White House. It's a high-risk online strategy. Can a president who struggles to get through a press conference really handle this level of irony? And in a campaign where Trump is gunning hard on his popular opposition to China, is it really the best look for Biden to be cozying up to the CCP-dominated TikTok platform? It's been slammed for the blurred lines between millions of users and the Chinese government.
When it comes to TikTok, that it screams of national security concerns. Why?
The app's parent company is effectively beholden to the Chinese government, which could be used for all sorts of influence operations or to sow divisiveness, discord.
So, if government workers can't use TikTok, why can the president? Esther.
I mean, this begs the question of what phone are they using to even upload this content? Because I'm assuming it would be a government official uploading this content. It wouldn't just be a random person that doesn't work for the Biden administration. So supposedly they're probably using a government phone to upload this content. And obviously there's a question of if the Chinese government wouldn't even allow TikTok for its own people, why is it even allowed?
The US government doesn't allow
No,
TikTok.
TikTok is banned in China.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. But the issue here is not China. The issue here is Biden saying that no one in the US...
You can't use it on government phones.
Yeah.
But I don't understand why they don't extend it to the whole population. TikTok is dumbing down entire generations of people. I mean, it beggars belief that you would use or endorse an app that's been banned by the people exporting it, except for the caveat that you recognize the national security interest of using it on government phones.
Well, Steve, you're a comedian. Is Biden doing a good job here so far?
Well, I mean, I use TikTok, so I'll have to keep my answer to about 4 seconds, otherwise I'll just...
I'll just miss it.
No, that's an embarrassing video. The question about which phone was used, you just need a burner phone. So if you've got someone in the family who's good with drugs, then you can find someone who's got the phone. So we've solved that one. But it's the
Where
biggest...
would he find such a person?
Bizarre, isn't it? I don't know. Probably have to upload it on a laptop instead. No chance of getting your hands on that. But the point of the video is so embarrassing. He looks like he's had a relative set up his Wi-Fi for him because he's in that age group.
Yeah.
And it's clearly, I mean, yes, there are questions about the security, but this is just him trying to reach out to younger people. Previously, the way he did that was to sniff their hair. So it's a step in the right direction.
In a legal direction.
In a legal direction, right. But it's so embarrassing. And the bit where they ask him Trump or Biden, and he says, "Are you kidding me?" and pauses. I honestly wouldn't have put money on him knowing which one he was out of this.
That is very true.
Honestly.
He wants to appeal to a younger audience, but I say we, like I'm the voice of young people, I'm not.
You're definitely not.
But they can see through the fakeness, right? He's not coming across like, oh, actually, he's cool and hip. He's just do a video that is just normal, like unboxing with Biden. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, look at these new trainers I bought or whatever.
Exactly.
Do something normal, right?
Sniff a package. The thing is, he is a meme. So I don't think he understands his online persona enough to even try this strategy. He is basically a meme online. So you're trying to appeal to the people that constantly make you the subject of ridicule, which I don't understand at all. Because what do you think you're going to achieve here? If their whole job is to mock you, and for him, I think that one of the clips where he said his wife is a Philly girl, and I was like, so
yes, she's from Philadelphia.
She's way past girl, okay?
Oh,
she's a Philly, she's a Philly grandmother or something. I mean, let's be serious. Look, I actually can't believe we're even having a serious conversation about this man's campaign.
Why can't you believe it?
Because he can't make coherent sentences. He can barely walk upstairs. He doesn't know. He's constantly lost and dazed. I really don't understand why the Democrats are pushing this man and then are somehow shocked that Trump is rising in the polls. He happens to be the only candidate that's alive.
Yeah, there's that bit where he said, "What are you giving up for Lent?" And we all thought, life.
Too late.
But that's because the slim pickings are so bad. This is why, like, yes, he's old and he seems like he can't finish a sentence, but Trump only does like a few more words in the sentence. There's not enough youth happening in American politics. Like, one of them can't walk upstairs, the other can't walk down a ramp. They're very similar on some ways, I suppose. But the one thing that Biden does is make us forget that Trump can't finish a sentence. So if anything, he might be some sort of false flag stooge for the Republicans.
Trump is more energetic because he rants. He's like the ranty old man at, like, you know, at family dinner. So you forget that actually he's also really getting on in age, and he's probably a little bit senile himself. That's the difference. I mean, Biden's lack of energy.
Quite a leap, Esther.
No, but seriously,
to suddenly diagnose him. It's probably a bit senile.
But Biden's lack of energy makes Trump look exceptionally competent. But actually, this is a man, if you look at the way he, not tweets, on the different platform, that's not Twitter, but that he basically treats as Twitter, he's just... he's just constantly ranting. Like, the lack of self-awareness is actually quite staggering if you take it in isolation. But when you compare it to Biden, he looks pretty good.
But Trump's followers love that. They love his rants. They think he's the Messiah. He's leading them to a new dawn.
I think the sane faction of Trump's followers, which I'm not necessarily posing as the majority, have just accepted that this is what it is. And they're like, okay, if this is the only bulwark to, like, having millions of migrants flooding our southern border and basically legalizing all sorts of rubbish in this country, we'll take it.
How did we get to this point? With Obama, I remember seeing videos of him picking up a basketball and just shooting threes and then walking out the horn and being like, hey, like the Fonz. Even George Bush could get down and do push-ups with the Marines. Yeah. And now we've got these two geriatrics, these two old men who, neither of them seem quite competent enough to be having their finger over the nuclear button.
Well,
they need to do something about it swiftly. The Democrats could. They could try and say, look, Biden's decided not to run. Have a word with him. If you have a conversation with him, you could convince him that he could, dress up as a doctor and he'd believe what you say, which is what his wife does. But just get someone else and get at the conference. Just get some younger blood, because then the argument becomes about competence rather than look what Biden's done, look what Biden will do. I mean, the general narrative is everything's worse under Biden, which, like, statistically can't be true, but there might be some problems. But you get some fresh blood in, you'd make it an exciting election, which is probably not what either one of them want. They're grateful that it's two old men fighting in a car park.
The thing is, we constantly ask, how did this happen? How do we have these two geriatric candidates in a country with over 330 million people? But actually, it's interesting because the party mechanisms have failed in spectacularly different ways. So the Democrats, effectively, their party system in terms of how they select candidates is like a kingmaker. So you could have, grassroots Democrats that want like a Bernie Sanders, but actually, if the powers that be say we want a Biden, they can rig the elections to get Biden as their candidate. And then on the Trump side, which is like the first past the post, or the Republican side, which is the first past the post system, actually you just need to secure enough of the base to effectively ride roughshod over everyone else. So there are two party mechanisms that are not fit for purpose, but have effectively got the worst of both worlds. And now we're stuck with a man who's not alive and a man who's mad.
So you've basically said that Donald Trump is senile and that the elections are rigged. You, my friend, have lost it.
It is a mad world.
Lost it all successful on social media. That's exactly what you need.
Exactly.